Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Judy Ho, and today I want to talk to you about a very interesting diagnosis called Munchausen's and also Munchausen's by proxy. Now in the DSM-5, they're named something else, but everybody has heard of Munchausen's, yet you probably don't know somebody with Munchausen's or Munchausen by proxy personally, because these are very rare illnesses, yet when they happen, they wreak havoc on so many individuals, and not only themselves, but also everybody around them who takes care of them and associates with them. So Munchausen's is a type of diagnosis or disorder where the person is presenting themselves to other people as very ill or injured, and sometimes they might even falsify medical records or even impose that injury upon themselves to pass themselves off as a sick person. And the mystery behind this is that there isn't really an external reward that's very evident. The main reward is that they want and seek the attention, but it's not so much that they want the money associated with it. You don't really see them very often in the legal system. They're not trying to get money for their illness. It's more about evoking a sense of care and nurturance from people around them and feeling special in some way. And Munchausen by proxy is actually in many ways even more dangerous because most of the times it's a caregiver who is imposing an illness on an individual that they're taking care of. And this could be a child, but it could also be an elderly person. And what's really harmful about this is that the individual they're imposing the injury or illness on usually has no idea. They sometimes even believe that this person really does have their best interests at heart. And yet the motivation is the same. The motivation is that it's not really that they're after the money, but that they're after the attention. They want to be seen as a good caregiver, an amazing mom who dotes on her child who just happens to be sickly. And you may remember that even in the media, some of these big cases have been portrayed. There was a person, her first name is Lacey, and a lot of people knew her as the salt mom. She actually imposed a series of very severe illnesses in her son and eventually killed her son because she basically gave her son an extraneous amount of salt through a mechanism that she actually had the doctors install so that they could feed him directly into his stomach as opposed to through his mouth. And so she was able to pump a really huge amount of salt into his body, probably without his knowledge. He was old enough to speak, but he doesn't know what his mother's giving him through the tube, and she could have said that it was medicine. And one of the really key features of somebody who has Munchausen's or Munchausen's by proxy is that they oftentimes will doctor shop or doctor skip. And this is because over time, some doctors start to figure out something's not quite right. They come in with these illnesses, they don't quite make sense. They get treated at the hospital, they get better, but then a couple days later, they come back and either with the same illness or another illness. And oftentimes they love this idea of duping doctors, tricking doctors. So when they see the same doctor or the same group of doctors in a network, usually the doctors start to suspect this and they start to talk to each other about it, and it may even be in their medical records, suspected Munchausen's. And once that happens, the person will move on to another doctor because obviously they don't want to be figured out. They want to be able to still present themselves with this sick identity and be able to get the attention and the nurturance from other people. I once worked with a patient who had seen over 250 doctors in the course of a year and a half, and all over the country too. She flew herself all over the country to seek these doctors. Her medical records within a year and a half filled up 6 banker boxes, and she carried them around like a badge of honor. A lot of times people with Munchausen's too delight in being able to be on the same levels as their doctors. Oftentimes they might even be paramedical professionals. So for example, people who have some level of medical knowledge, maybe because they're a medical educator or maybe they're studying to be a nurse. We do find that they use that information so that they can look like the illness that they're trying to present. And so that's another common association of individuals who have Munchausen's, and I've certainly treated individuals who really made it their life's goal to get certification after certification on various types of medical studies so that they can very convincingly then portray the medical illness that they're trying to say they have. Oftentimes people with Munchausen's or Munchausen's by proxy will be extremely active in social media. And it's all around this identity of their illness or their child's illness or whoever they're taking care of. So it'll look like they're very, very active in trying to give other people advice on certain types of medical conditions. They're extremely inviting of sympathy when people ask them how their son or how their child's doing or how they're doing. Oftentimes I've seen individuals post pictures of themselves or the person that they're caring of at the hospital, getting IVs, getting treatments, and yet something's off about those pictures. They seem happy almost in some of these pictures, and there's just a lot of descriptive writing about exactly what it is that they're going through in the moment. We don't really know the exact prevalence of Munchausen's or Munchausen's by proxy as a result, because these people don't usually present themselves ever to the psychiatric wing or specialty mental health services. They generally are in the medical practices and at emergency rooms and urgent cares, and whenever they get a referral to psychiatry or psychology, they never follow through. So we don't know the prevalence rate, but we believe that in hospital settings, it could be as common as 1 out of 100. As for treatments, once they do have that insight, it's all about helping them to achieve those attention-getting things in a different way. It's about getting that nurturance, doing positive things, as opposed to doing things that could be harmful for themselves and their loved ones. And it can be a really long road. Individuals who do enter treatment and actually identify with having Munchausen's, it may take years before they're fully treated. And whenever they're under stress, they're more likely to start exhibiting those Munchausen or Munchausen by proxy symptoms again. So it usually takes a very patient therapist, patient loved ones, knowing that they're trying their best to try to shift their coping strategies in a way so that they can actually get positive nurturance from people doing positive things as opposed to harming themselves. It's a really interesting topic. It's been in the media a lot, and I just thought that you guys would like to hear a little bit about Munchausen's and Munchausen by proxy. We would love to hear more from you if you have any ideas about this, but it's been a really incredible journey working with a lot of doctors to be able to figure out that somebody has Munchausen's in the first place, because you can't just throw that diagnosis around. You have to rule everything else out first. So oftentimes it involves pouring through thousands of medical documents and talking to all of the doctors that have seen this person in a certain period of time before you can make the diagnosis.
Subscribe below, and remember, this video just scratched the surface. For more in-depth videos on mental health topics, go to medcircle.com and join for free.